Hi guys, how are you doing? We are meeting to discuss the two words, which is management versus administration. We'll try to understand the difference between these two words and their approaches, right? So let me just share the screen with you so that you can see the slide. There is only one slide, but still I would like to show it, right? I'll explain the things. Management versus administration. What is the difference between these two words? We need to understand that. Okay. So at times people, use these two words, interchangeably. Ideally, it should not be the case. So when you talk about the, distinction between the management and administration, this is the topic which generally get into the, it is a topic of debate, you can say, among the scholars or the practitioners, right, for many years. So these terms often used interchangeably in casual conversation, understanding these, difference between these two words is very, very crucial, right? So let's define management and administration. So management is a process of planning, organizing, leading, controlling the resources, right, including human resources also, and to achieve the organization goal efficiently and effectively. So it involves a range of activities such as setting objectives, developing strategies, you say coordinating activities, assessing the performance. So management operates at various levels, right, within the organization. So from top level executive to middle level managers, right, and to frontliners, frontline supervisors, you can say. But if we talk about the administration, administration on the other hand is primarily concerned with the formulation of the policies, right? Setting the objectives, you talk about overall governance, right, of an organization. So it involves the strategic aspect of the organization operations, including the establishment of the framework, within which the management operates, within which management operates, right? So administration is more prevalent, right? And normally it is, more prevalent in the public sector organization also, non-profit and, educational institutes. You talk about focusing on policy implementation, right? So there it is more prevalent, right? So theoretical perspective, if you see, several theories help, delineate the roles and the scope of the management and administration. If you talk about uh, Henry Fayol, a classical management theorist, viewed management as a set of, universal function, planning, organizing, commanding, coordinating, controlling, you see. So Fayol basically emphasized that management activities are essential across all types of organization, right? Or conversely, if you see administration theory, represented by the scholars like Luther, you know, or Urwick, yeah, they stresses on the, the broader governance aspect, right? If you talk about Willick, he has spoken about the, planning, organizing, shifting, uh, staffing, right? Directing, coordinating, reporting, right? And budgeting. So that framework he has given, right? So this is basically the theoretical aspect, but or perspective, you can say. You talk about the functional distinction, right? Planning and policy making. So policy making will be done by the fundamental, right? In the other words, I'll just say that administration is fundamentally involved in high level planning and policy making, right? So administrators develop the overarching policies and strategies, goals, right? Uh, that shape the organization's direction. Right? Management, however, take these policy and breaks them down, into actionable plans and operational strategies, right? So big policies, strategic goals, break it down, management. Policies, big policies, goals, strategic goals, administration, right? So this is functional distinction. You talk about another functional distinction I will talk about, organizing and staffing. Both administration and management are involved in organizing and staffing, but their focus differs, right? So administration structures the organization, defining roles, responsibilities, and the hierarchy. Wherein management, if you talk about management, implements these structures, ensuring the right people are at the right position, and that teams function efficient, right? So what does it mean? Administration basically defines the roles and the responsibility and the hierarchy, wherein management actually structure, they ensure that the right person is there at the right position, right? And their team is well functioning properly and the efficiently. This is another distinction as per the uh, function, right? We talk about leading and directing. Management is more directly involved in day-to-day leadership, right? And directions of the employees. Managers motivate, guide, supervise, the staff. Administration, while it may, involve some leadership, is more focused on ensuring that organizational practices align with the policies and these strategic goals and the decisions, what they have taken, right? So this is administration. Another difference. We talk about controlling and evaluating. So both for functions involve controlling and evaluation, but again, their scope differs. Their scope varies, right? So administration ensures that the organization adheres to the to laws, regulations, and the policies, wherein management focuses on the operational performance. Yeah, by using the metrics or the feedback to improve the efficiency and all. Right. So this is another difference as per the functions concern. Now, if you talk about management and administration in different sectors, private sectors, if you talk about, or the public sector, we talk about. I'm just going a little deep in this so that you can understand it better, right? So when you talk about the private sector, basically management is critical for achieving competitive advantage and profitability, right? Manager are tasked with the driving performance, innovation and the customer satisfaction. The administration often represented by the board of directors and executive teams. Yeah. If you talk about the public sector, administration plays a more, pronounced role, you can say. Public administrators develop policy that addresses societal needs, right? And ensure public resources are used efficiently and effectively and equitably also, right? So management in public sector focuses on implementing these policies, right? And managing public services efficiently, right? So if you talk about, interplay between the management and administration, so the interplay between the, management and administration, if you talk about, is very, very crucial for organization success. Effective administration sets clear, realistic policies and the goals, while effective management translates these things into the operational reality. The relationship between the two functions can be seen as symbiotic, right? Without sound administration, management lacks, direction and the structure, right? While without effective management, administrative policies remain unimplemented, right? So for instance, in a university setting, if you talk about the administration, typically comprising the board of trustees and the senior executive, sets educational policies, strategic goals, and the financial plans, right? When management, including the deans and the department heads, you know, implement these policies, manage the faculty and the staff, and ensures, educational program run smoothly. So this is there, right? Both management and administration, face contemporary challenges. This is there, you know. If you talk about the technology, right? I always talk about technology because we are getting, it is growing with a rapid pace, right? A lot of advancement has happened, so it has impacted a lot. As I say, that technology has got no mercy. Technology has got no mercy. That is for sure. Technology wanna kill, it will kill the business, right? And if you are vigilant enough, you can take, you can use this thing effectively and efficiently, then you will grow. So technology is like that, right? So rise of digital technologies has transformed both management and administration, right? Managers now have access to advanced tools of data analytics, project management and communication, enhancing the efficiency and the decision making, right? Now they are taking more informed decisions, right? Administrators use technology to improve the policy development or regulatory compliances, or strategic planning. So both are using it for different purposes, right? And as the focus differs, right? Globalization again, as policy, as organization operate on a global scale, administrators must navigate complex international regulations and the cultural differences, wherein, manager must lead a diverse team, adapt to various market conditions and maintain global supply chain, right? You talk about the sustainability. So increasing awareness of environmental and social responsibilities requires administrators to integrate sustainability into the organization policies and the objectives. So this is what administrators are, right? Managers must implement these sustainability initiatives, balancing profitability with ethical and ecological consideration, right? So it is important. So if you talk about the functional difference, if you talk about the, the challenges also, if you see, both are facing the challenges. There is a difference as far functions are concerned, right? Diversity and inclusion, again, one more thing which I want to talk about. Both management and administration are tasked with fostering diverse and inclusive environment. Right? Administrators develop policies promoting diversity and equality. While managers implement these policies, ensuring a respectful and inclusive workplace. Right. So if you talk about management and administration, both are both are different, distinct in their functions and the focus. Right. Their roles are intertwined and the complementary, you can say. Right. Effective administration provides the strategic decision and policies necessary for the organization, right? And of course, in coherence, uh, in sync with the legal compliances and all. Right. So management translate these directives into the tangible outcomes, driving operational efficiency, organizational performance. You see. So, you know, in a rapidly changing world, if you see both managers and administrators must be adaptable, forward thinking and, collaborating, working together to achieve the organization goals and respond to emerging challenges, right? Both are different, functions are different, focus is different. But yes, one thing as per characteristic is concerned, or you can say the important, trait you can say is there, both has to be adaptable because world is changing at global level, things are changing very, very rapidly. Technology is changing. They have to be adaptive, right? So that they can respond to the emerging challenge. I hope the difference between these two is clear now as per this management and administration is concerned, right? Uh, so I'll just stop sharing here, sharing the screen here. I'll stop my video, right? And if you have any doubt system, you can connect with me at any given point in time. Well, then, thank you so much. Enjoy yourself. Bye-bye. Take care.
Family is the genesis of this group.
Family is everything for us.
They know the nitty-gritty of what needs to be done.
We're each other's building blocks.
It has never been two families. It has always been one.
પરિવાર એ જ સર્વસ્વ છે.
Without family, I think we would lose my sense of direction. So the Marwari Group's foundation, I think, comes from the desire to prosper. Starting with Marwari Shares and Finance, the retail financial services business, and primarily into stock markets and stock broking segment in India. Essentially, we have 110 odd branches across Gujarat, Maharashtra, about 4 lakh customers or 400,000 customers. It's a business that's stood the test of time.
એટલે એ અમારા ફાધરના ટાઈમથી આવ્યું છે કે આપણે કોઈ પણની અપેક્ષા વગર કોઈને પણ સપોર્ટ કરવો કે એવું નહોતું એમ કે કોઈ પણ નીડ બેઝ હોય કે કાંઈ પણ ઓર્ગેનાઇઝેશનમાં સ્ટાફ હોય એને આપણે ફેમિલીની જેમ જ ગણીએ છીએ, કોઈ દી સ્ટાફ તરીકે કે એવું ગણતા નથી એમ.
Then we talk about Marwari University, which was founded in 2009 by my father, and Jeetubhai Chandarana is the co-founder of the Chandarana family.
We started as just 360 students with just 5 classes on ground. But at the same time, the vision was huge.
We are now at 11,000 students and it's a 35-acre campus.
અને એ બધું 100% વિઝન એનું જ છે અને આખું એન્ટાયર નેટવર્ક યુનિવર્સિટીનું એ જ જોવે છે.
Creating new generational students, helping them to do well in life needs multi-dimensional approaches these days.
So that's how we started that let's do something for society and to give something which is missing in this country. So that's how we started setting up this university.
So Marwari Chandarana Intermediaries and Brokers Private Limited. So that entity is in partnership with the Chandarana family, Jeetubhai Chandarana, Nishit Chandarana and Amish Chandarana. So that's about proprietary and algorithmic trading, where we've got about 1,500 plus traders directly, indirectly working with us.
ત્યારે મેં હંમેશા વિચાર્યું છે કે કોઈ પણ બિઝનેસથી એવી રીતે કરવો જોઈએ કે જે સ્કાય ઇઝ ધ લિમિટ હોવી જોઈએ. એમાં કંઈ લિમિટેશન હોવા જ ન જોઈએ. તમારી જેટલી કેપેસિટી વધે એટલું તમારે કામ આગળ ને આગળ તમારી પાસે હોવું જ જોઈએ.
So far what we are traditional broker with, of course, a pinch of all the new age technology available in our business.
Well, I am a hardcore trader. I am always on the screen. I used to hear the talks about markets, business on the dinner table. So it was always fascinating about joining stock markets at an early age. So that's how I joined them, my father and my brother.
Business and the partnership is just based on trust.
It's not just one person who is going to achieve success. It's all of us together who are going to reach our goal and achieve success.
Most recent business we've entered is Pixin Energy. we've entered energy as a sector and power as a sector.
We have around 200 people now, and one question, when we ask, why do you want to join Pixon? They have, this one standard answer that it's a group, it's a part of the Marwadi family, and that's why we want to join.
That belongingness, that ownership should come if you treat them like your family members.
The most recent business and the latest one is One Finance, which I founded. One Finance is essentially a reimagined personal finance institution.
We started with building it on like multiple values and all that, but we just wanted that one word that can define that why do we exist. And then finally we realized that just by being honest, everything else falls in line,
So we offer unbiased, qualified and hyper-personalized advice on one's personal finances.
We have always believed in, building up the relationship with clients and our authorized partners who are, pillars for our success, I would say.
If you don't have people whom will share your success or prosperity, then it has no relevance on its own. So Believe family is an effort. As united, we achieve something. And we all three brothers, told our father, no, we will not take this risk. But he said, no, I'm going ahead with it, whether you join us or not. And that's how we are today where we are. So it was his courage, his entrepreneurship, and his ability to see future. I think that's what made us today what we are.
યંગર જનરેશન પાસેથી તો ઘણું શીખવા મળ્યું છે જે અમને અત્યારે નવું જે યંગર જનરેશન ડેવલપ કરે છે સારી ભાવનાથી સારી રીતે.
They are carrying the legacy forward, and I'm very proud to know that and to share even that. I mean, it's a very proud thing for us.
દરેક વસ્તુઓ છે એ પેરેન્ટ્સે પણ સમજવી પડે કે તમે એને એની રીતે કરવાની છૂટ આપો. એના અત્યારના જનરેશન પ્રમાણે એને આગળ વધવા દો.
They have an open mind to take it to the next level and exploring other ways, the ways that may not have worked for them.
Like every generation learns from new generation. Like what my father couldn't do, we did it. What we don't understand, they are doing it.
I think the Marwadi Chandarana group represents and lives purpose. It represents and lives impact. It represents and lives creating sustainable long-term businesses and organizations. And Marwadi Chandarana group represents, taking risks where it matters, not just for themselves, but those who we impact directly and indirectly, right? So we employ about 4,500 people across all organizations. We've got about 5 lakh customers, students, so on and so forth. We've designed the business model in a way where the customer and the people's interest, directly or indirectly, is at the heart of our business. So we're a people-centric company. We're not a customer-centric or an employee-centric company. Without our values, Marwadi and Marwadi Chandarana Group won't be where it is today.